It's Week 9 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Vikings and the Falcons, just ahead on EA.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Back to throw Dobbs. And he's going to go down again. Calais Campbell, he's the one that drops in this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Yeah, and on 3rd.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. They find some open field here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Ritter to throw it. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Falcons at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And last week?
No, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Still going. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he's got it. And he is out of bounds here. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. John Smith. Try here for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And, Charles, you look at these 2 teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown. Dobbs now on 2nd down.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On play action, it's Dobbs. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. You talk about this Falcon defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Dobbs is throwing. And that is incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Joseph's got it. And they're on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
That is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got
his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And here now come the Falcons. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A great stop by DJ Wanham to back the offense up on that play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Working from the gun, Ritter. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Byron Murphy there on the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Back to throw, Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
2nd and 6 at the 15.
Bootlegging out here, Ritter. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Brian Asamoah, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Mack Hollins, 27 yards. And the Falcons are able to move back in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And here's Ryan right now, standing just outside his own goal line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love you.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On play action, here's Ritter. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vikings head out to take over once again. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Dobbs. Middle of the field to Jefferson. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Madison running left. Shedding through the defense. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Flushed out right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing here, Dobbs. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. There's Dobbs to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Dobbs throw pulled in by Jefferson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Dobbs. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Here's Dobbs to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Now Dobbs. His pass caught with the 4. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Dobbs. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-17. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in. Halftime on. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in the huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, as you would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
133 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Ritter with it after the play fake. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
From the 25, here's second and a couple. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw Dobbs. Shoves him aside. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's second and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. First target, first catch, and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Vikings.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's a screen for Robinson. Into space at the 45. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On the counter, this is Robinson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Ritter from the gun. Complete. Jefferson the target. Will go down as a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Robinson on a give right side to about the 26 here.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Ritter back to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7. Dobbs is throwing. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Calais Campbell in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Dobbs. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Dobbs. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time. And it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Madison. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now 1st and goal. To throw is Dobbs. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kentavious Street in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Dobbs. Open man is Osborne.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now Dobbs. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Atlanta, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.